can't. I'm so like tired of being single because it's lonely and depressing. But at the same time, just the thought of having to like reintroduce myself to somebody for nothing. You're just gonna ghost me.
Yes.
Okay, guys, you matched with a sexy man. What the fuck do you say on Bumble? What does a girl say first? I got you guys.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
This is honestly pretty embarrassing to talk about, but here we go. Over the weekend, I was stood up on a first date by a random guy I met on Bumble.
This Drizzle movement is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand against my better judgment.
Sorry.
I'm going through a huge breakup right now and literally like heart-shattering, worst thing I've ever been through in my life, but I can't help but think of this one TikTok that I
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the desert. Men no longer care about dating and women are all piss and vinegar about it. We'll take a look at that. And for a Reddit story, a Redditor asks what is the bare minimum, and we get all sorts of replies across the spectrum. So we're gonna take a look at them and play a game where we try to decide if it's a woman or a man. Stick around for that, gentlemen, but now let's get started with our first specimen for today. This video was compiled by men only. Take a look at his channel if you like red pill content. But now let's get started.
A guy just asked me, what was the last thing that made me smile and the last thing that made me nervous? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care. Why do you care? Why do you care what made me nervous? Why do you care what makes it like I just don't want to do this anymore? Why is it? I just don't. I can't. I'm so like tired of being single because it's lonely and depressing. But at the same time, just the thought of having to like reintroduce myself to somebody for nothing. You're just gonna ghost me. You're just gonna ghost me. 3 days. I'll get 3 good days of like talking to you, and then you're gonna ghost me. So it doesn't matter. Why do you care? You don't really care when the last time I was happy, do you? You don't care.
And this is what men mean with baggage. This is what baggage looks like. There's a reason why men don't want to deal in mass with women over 30, and it's because of this. They have no patience. They have no pair bonding ability. They are tired. They are exhausted. They are bitter. All right. They're just not good company, not a good prospect for your future. They're a liability. They come with all this trauma and mental chaos and all this negativity and all of that because they are tired of getting run through by chads and they're tired of not being able to secure the good man. So, advice, don't deal with these women. But now, guys, a woman is going to explain to all of us how you initiate a conversation with men. So, ladies, if you're watching this, you have no man, take a listen. Some word of advice from a woman here. Let's have a listen.
Okay, guys, you matched with a sexy man. What the fuck do you say on Bumble? What does a girl say first? I got you guys. Okay, do a quick screenshot. Okay, here we go. So you want to say something like catching for them? You don't want to be like, hi, hey, how are you? Hi, blah. So boring. Okay, so you can say, you look very familiar to me. From there, what can you say? You could take it like, oh, are you from, maybe I recognize you from this bar. I usually go to this bar. And then he can say like, oh, I've been to that bar. Oh no, I go here usually. It's just a conversation starter. Next,
Yeah, guys, because that's what I want from a woman I'm talking to. For her to not be sure if she's seen me in a bar, in a disco. Like, worst case scenario, I'm gonna become schizophrenic and think that this person knows me and where can she know me from, or that she's a third cousin or something like this. Best case scenario, I'm just gonna think she's been around the block with 10,000 men and she no longer, she doesn't even know who she's been with and who she hasn't. Such a bad initiation.
super into blank guys. If he's tall, you could say tall. If he's short, you could say short. Like hockey, like anything guys. Like, great. Then it puts the ball in his court. This is my favorite one. I keep forgetting this is an app where girls have to message first. Because you're saying something without saying something. And it comes across like, oh, I usually don't chat first, but like that's how Bumble works. I've done this so many times, guys. Eat it up. Next is first things first, are you a blank person? So you can say like, are you a outdoorsy person? Are you a dog person? Are you a this? Like the whole point is that you don't want to just say hi because that's so boring and basic and every bitch is going to be saying hi.
Now that's a good one. If you ask me if I'm an Aquarius, then we have a thing going, right? And you ask me what is my retrograde and I tell you, oh, it's Scorpio and I have this Mercury retrospective vibrance energy vibe. You know what I mean, guys? Like if you ask me about my zodiac sign, then we have a thing going.
You want to be the conversation starter. Okay, actually, this one's my favorite. Sorry, I had to switch. You're my first right swipe on Bumble. No big deal. It doesn't even have to be true. I lie like it's like my job. It comes across like maybe you're new to Bumble. Maybe you don't swipe right a lot. You're really picky. It like boosts their ego. Okay, last one. Guess we both like what we saw. Winky face. This is so confident. Guys will love that.
Yeah, because guys love confidence. You know, all my friends, guys, all my male friends, if I tell them to make a list of things they like in a woman, confidence is the first thing they put. All of them. All right? All of them. Because as we all know, men just love a confident woman. They also love a bossy woman, and a confrontational one also happens to be true, and a dominant and masculine one. All of those are true. But the winky face goes hard, all right? The winky face, I cannot argue against it. Now, this woman... Men are simple creatures. We don't need all of that. Like, for most men, if you just say hi with a smiley face, that's enough. You don't need all of this, right? You really don't. And second off, if you lie, at a certain point, like, guys are going to realize that you fall the streets, right? Like, the best way to initiate a conversation with men is by being a good woman. That's it. The words don't matter. If you're a good woman, they're gonna pick up on that. If you're a bad woman, you can put winky faces or whatever you want. They're still gonna end up dumping you, madam.
This drizzle movement is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Against my better judgment, I went on Bumble. I connected with a guy. We were having great conversations. We talked a few times. We made a plan to go out and have lunch. The day of, I'm getting ready. He hits me up and he's like, so I'm in the mood for seafood. Do you like seafood? I'm like, yeah, I like seafood. He like, okay, well then we should go to this restaurant. I don't even remember the name of it because we ain't go. But anyways, we should go to this restaurant and I know you paying for the lunch. Drizzle. No, I know I'm hanging up in your fucking face. Clicky. Because you gotta be a drizzle fool if you think you gotta be a whole different level of sassy to use the word drizzle. I don't give a damn if it's misting outside. If rain is coming out the sky, you better not even say it's drizzling. Because I'm gonna walk away. Drizzle. No, I'm not going. And that's for drizzle on for shizzle, my nizzle, fucking fool.
What I love about the drizzle is that we're not even being excessively mean towards women. We're not insulting them or anything. The only thing we're doing with the drizzle is literally say the same main talking points that women do. And they hate it. They absolutely hate it. They take a sip of their own medicine and they go ape crap, right? We're not even being obscene or excessively mean or anything. No. It's literally what they do. And they hate it, right? So, it's objectively, guys, men are the ones who are not to blame for dating. Women are objectively, you can argument this, you can make a list, you can make a PowerPoint presentation. Women are the ones who suck at dating, who have ruined dating, who have trashed dating, and now dating is hell and is a piece of crap. Women have done this with their stupid demands and stupid feminism and all that. All right, and drizzle is like one of the main arguments for this, that when you treat women the way they treat men, they hate it. All right, if men were to be treated by women like men treat women, so if women were to act like men, opening doors, paying for the dinners, worst case scenario, trying to have S3X, dating will be so much better. But this woman doesn't like the drizzle, and of course the only thing I can do is reply to her as if I were a woman, Because every time a man says that he doesn't like the way women behave, this is the answer they get for. Okay, are you ready? Well, this woman, first off, guys, is obviously a dusty. She feels intimidated, right? She just feels intimidated because this man knows his worth. He is a king. His vibrances are good and he knows what he's about, right? So this is why this woman just couldn't handle it, and she feels so intimidated by this man, right? Also, she's a dusty, like she's not even willing to pay for seafood. Guys, don't go on coffee dates or walks in the park. You're not a dog. Go to a seafood restaurant, the sushi restaurant, order a nice big lobster with some red wine. And that's that, right? And if they can't handle you, it's because you're leagues above them and you deserve better, king. So that's that.
I'm going through a huge breakup right now, and literally like heart-shattering, worst thing I've ever been through in my life, but I can't help but think of this one TikTok that I saw like 2 or 3 years ago. The girl in the video basically said that, like, if you even have a shadow of a doubt in your mind that the person that you're with is not the right person for you, that is not the right person for you. Like, the question is the answer. And me, I would always see videos like that and then like try to rationalize in my head, like, oh, well, I'm not happy with this, this, and this, but like everything else is good, so like we're fine. Or I would always be like, oh, well, like, you know, it's all circumstantial, so like when this happens, we'll be okay. Or like when we both get our dream jobs, we'll be okay. Or like when we're financially stable, we'll be okay. Or
now there's your mistake. You try to think about the positives, not realizing that there's one little tiny aspect of it that is not perfect. And that is your mistake. And guys, I advise you to do this as well. Everything in life that you don't feel 100% nice, perfect, happy, and joyful about it, cut it out. Your family wants you to do some labor that doesn't strictly and directly benefit you, cut them out. Your kid, you're not 100% certain about whether you're doing a good job as a father, cut him out. Just throw him out of the house, lock the door. He's no longer your responsibility, right? Same with jobs. If you feel like a job doesn't meet 100% of your dreams and it's not the best ever, best job around, don't apply for it, right? It's just such a good advice, guys, to be dismissing every opportunity life has to offer if you don't feel 100% good and well and perfect about it. Another 300 IQ brainstorm advice that these women that are so insecure and are so chaotic eat up, right? This is what they're waiting for. They are absolutely ruins of a person, and they're waiting for that one stupid bullshit advice they get on TikTok to, you know, reaffirm themselves that they indeed are doing the right job. All right? Damn, man, what a stupid narrative.
when we like get married, everything will be okay. And I ignored that feeling for so long. I ignored that question that I was asking myself, like, maybe this just isn't right. Like, I ignored it for so long because I still am so in love with this person. But having that thought it's not something that you can just ignore. Like, take it from somebody who's now on the other side of it. I had that feeling for so long, and ultimately that feeling was right. And I think it's harder for a lot of people to accept that feeling is right and like put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. It's hard to leave somebody that you are still in love with, like, just because.
I'm gonna pause it right here because, to be honest with you guys, I just simply don't care about what a mentally unstable person thinks. I really don't care, couldn't care less. You're mentally unfit, you are mentally unstable, you are chaotic, you are literally mentally ill. You're clinically insane, let me put it that way. Because what you fail to realize is that it's not about this relationship, it's not about this man that you left. There's no person on this planet that can make you feel all right. You are the problem. You are the one who is insecure. You are the one who never has enough. And this is one of the symptoms of BPD. I don't know if this woman has BPD, but that's one of the symptoms, that they never feel all right. And they try to, you know, like select different things all the time, keep switching them to fill that void in them. Thinking that it's about this, it's about that, it's about none of that, it's about you. You are the problem. Fix yourself. It's not about that man. And I feel so bad for the guy because he probably did everything in his power to try and save her. Guys, I can fix her. No, you can't fix these women. Stop dealing with them. Stop wasting your time. You know, Jesus Christ, you're not here on earth to save anybody. Mind your own business, stack your own cash, think about yourself. If you meet someone who's worth it, go for it. But these women, guys, there's no saving them. It's impossible. They are the problem. And look, I don't wish them anything bad. Just go fix yourself and go back to the dating pool. But right now, as it is, you're just a parasite for these men. And you're wasting their time. But now, guys, enough about this woman. We'll move on to our Reddit article that I found quite interesting. So, this person says, what do you consider the bare minimum in dating? I'm curious to know what people think the bare minimum is. I ended a really bad relationship over a year ago and have been sort of struggling to understand what things were bare minimum that I thought my ex was giving above and beyond for me. So let's play this game. We're gonna read a few and we're gonna decide if they're a man or a woman, right? Leave me your comments down below. So we have the first one here. Well, bare minimum implies that there should be a lot more going on to maintain a healthy relationship. But I will grade bare minimum here to mean it is what I need to feel safe and secure and like I have a partner. Checking in some way every day. Yes, this is a woman. Laughing together. This is definitely a woman, right, guys? Some sort of intimacy at minimum of once a week or more if possible. Learning new things about the other person. So look, there's an argument to be made, but I think it's a woman. Like checking in every day and laughing together sound like things a woman will say. Feeling safe, this is definitely a woman. Listened to, respected, and cared for. This is definitely a woman. A man will never say that. And now I see that she has like this girl avatar. Let's check on this one, the previous one. This is also a woman. Alright, okay, 2 for 2, right? I'm going in the right direction. Being able to set aside pride and being able to express to your partner that you genuinely love them. Willingness to listen, really listen, not just hearing words but understanding them. I think this has to be a woman also, right? Well, this one we don't know, she has no avatar, but this, the willingness to listen, men don't care that much about listen. Like, we men care if you understand us and we're able to solve problems. We don't really mind the listening part because we're not so talkative. The bare minimum for me, so these are more than 3 points, so this is definitely a woman. And she is random chick. Yeah, this is a woman. She has more than 3 bare minimum standards. Text every day. Will be nice. Talking on the phone once a week. Paying attention to little details I say and actually remembering them. Yeah, so these are everyone on earth wants this. Not hit on my friends. This is probably something that has happened to her. A little PDA. I don't know what that's for. Don't shut down my feelings when I'm trying to talk about something. Okay, so the name is Random Chick, but we will have easily guessed that this is a woman. Bare minimum. Like down to the dry bone. Don't smoke this certain thing before or after your date. Now, this is a man, right? This is a man. Because there you have the difference. Women are like, oh, I want attention to detail and I really like to talk and do this and that. Men are like, can you please don't smoke this certain thing when we are on a date? And this one says, what about during? Yeah, he didn't specify during the date. He said before and after, but I think he implies it. This other one says, your loss. Beautiful. Again, more than 3 things. This must be a woman. And she's a woman, guys. It's like, women, if they're more than 3, it's a woman, right? Now you can pause and read them if you want. Let's check this one. For me as a man, alright, this one says it. Dating women, the bare minimum is basically showing up. Again, I love it how, okay, we've had 2 men so far, right? Women have their long lists and yada yada. Men are, first man, please don't smoke this certain thing. And this one is, please show up. I don't want anything more. This is the bare minimum. Please don't ignore me or ghost me. You gotta love it, guys. The standards that men have. The standards that men have nowadays is, if you're a woman, I don't want to find a banana between your legs, alright? Please be a woman. Please breathe. And please show up. Like, these are the bare minimum standards for men nowadays, right? And if you don't smoke this certain thing on our date, that's like a bonus already. I have dated a fair amount of women who won't initiate communication, won't put in real effort, and simply show up on dates when I ask them, and just respond to text when I send them, and answer questions, but don't ask any for me. That's the bare minimum. So this is the common experience. that you get on the dating apps. Just women don't really care about you at all because they have like 27 other men texting them, fulfilling all their needs. So common experience. But guys, we'll leave it off here. I hope you enjoyed this little game. It was really easy to make a difference between the men and the women. But what do you think, guys? Did you get them all right? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.